5th chapter and the 10th verse, 2 Kings 5:10. So that's easy to remember, 5 and 10, 2 Kings. And it reads this: Elisha sent a messenger to him saying, "Go wash in the Jordan 7 times." And so there's this story. If you read, the biblical story of Naaman in 2 Kings, it appears as a man of great power. However, beneath his status, he carried a burden, one that required healing. When he heard that the prophet Elisha could help, he went to him expecting a miraculous cure. Instead, Elisha simply instructed him to wash in the Jordan River 7 times. At first, Naaman became frustrated and refused, but later he obeyed and was healed. Now, I wanted to start there. I wanted that to be the beginning because oftentimes we carry things and we are unaware that they are burdens. We think they're just things that we think about. We think that they're things that we're just pondering. But if you've been anywhere in America in the last 7 days, you know that there are things that we can hear on the news that have nothing to do with us, but they become burdens to us or for us because it's about someone that we admire, or it's because it's something that is really in us that we have not dealt with. And it's a burden. That's what burdens are. They're things that we don't deal with. That's why they call it carrying a burden. And so the question today is your order divine? Is my order divine? And I had this wonderful conversation with my sister on the way here this morning, and we were talking about something totally different. And I said, that's what the lesson is about today. Is my order the way I think things should be? Is it divine? Is my order the way I created the order? Is it divine? Is my to-do list divine? Is my bucket list divine? Is anything that I'm thinking about, or everything that I'm thinking about, is it divine? I have to ask myself that question because I will waste a lot of energy and time if it's not divine. Well, you might ask, how do I know that it's divine? How can I tell when something is divine? How do I know one thought from the other thought? How do I move into a space of conscious divinity? What is it that I can do that will assure me that what I'm working on it divinely, if that's a word. But how do I do that? What is it that I must do so that I don't waste my energy and I don't waste my time? Well, there's also another train of thought that says, you never really waste time. You just learn how not to do things, right? And so, or it's like finding that perfect outfit to wear to wherever it is that you're going, and you try on 10 different outfits, or you even go to the store and buy 4 or 5 things, and then you come and you realize that that black top and those black pants and the green sweater that have been hanging in your closet all the time, that's what you should wear. That's what you should have on. So was all the other time wasted? Not really. Because while you were looking and you were trying on all these other outfits, you had a particular way you wanted to look. And the reason that you didn't choose them is because they didn't look right. They didn't give you what you had in mind that you wanted to look like when you got dressed. So you eliminated them. You eliminate it. It's a process. When you are aligning your consciousness with the divine, there is a process of elimination. See, divine is another word for God. Divine is another word for spirit. If someone says, well, what's the aspect of God? What is the consciousness of God? The consciousness of God is absolute good. Absolute good. So you put absolute good here, and there's something that falls into that definition. What is absolute good as far as an outfit is concerned? What is absolute good as far as my having a conversation with someone that I've been hesitant to have a conversation with? What are those things that I need to weed out before I can move forward so that I am aligned with the divine? So that the conversation that I have is one of substance, one that gives life, one that is loving, one that is wise. See, God is life, love, wisdom, power, and substance. Those are those 5 aspects that we say God is. So, if the nature of God is absolute good, my order must be absolute good. If there's anything on my list that is good for some but not for all, it is not based on the absolute goodness of God. It's based on my ego. When I don't care if certain people get hurt because of the decision that I've made, and I know that before I make the decision, it's not in alignment with the absolute goodness of God. And so that's the formula. Check and see if your to-do list your bucket list, whatever your plans are absolute good. Now, I didn't say make people happy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to check and see, okay. But if the list that you're dealing with for your life is absolute good, then your order is divine order. Your order is divine order. Where is divine order within me? Well, it's in the superconscious phase of mind. It's in that part of my soul that I get direct ideas from spirit. That's where divinity exists within each one of us. So I can go there anytime and I can say, God, thank you. Thank you for guiding me through this. I need a little deeper level of guidance so that I can make sure that I'm doing your will and not mine. Because the ego is very, very smart and is very manipulative. And it will make you feel like you're doing the right thing because you deserve to do the right thing. And so there's with God, all things are good. It's absolute good. And so when you check your list and you're like, wow, this is comfortable, this is calm, this is peaceful, this is loving, this doesn't hurt anybody, this is really good, and you will feel it. You will hear it, you will think it, and you will feel it. And when your thinking and feeling come together, and those thoughts and those feelings are both good, you are aligned with the divine. And so now we know how to do it. We know how to do it. We just check it. But here's one more thing I want to share. It takes, the weeding out part I was talking about earlier. It takes letting go of fear. It takes letting go of anxiety. It takes letting go of unrighteous judgment about yourself. About yourself. See, if I'm saying negative things about myself, I can't align with the divine. The divine is absolute good. So for me to make that connection consciously, I must know, Henrietta, you are made perfectly in the image and likeness of perfection. Whatever is true about God is true about me. Say that with me. Whatever is true about God is true about me. When that is my come from, I can align. My order becomes divine. But if there's any little residue in me that says, I'm not, I can't, I failed before, I can't do this again, you cannot align with that consciousness. So when you read this story, I want you to read it so that you get, this story is about a person who had to wash 7 times before he was healed. And that's what I want you to get. You may let go of fear, but there's some residue that's left about failure because you named it failure or someone else named it failure. And at the time, you may not have been at Unity, or you may not have been a New Thought person. So you went along with what they said, and you started calling yourself a failure. You must let that go. That is not the truth about you. There's no failure with God. God is absolute good. There's no failure. So we can go back and look at everything that has ever happened that we named failure and scratch it off and let it go back to the nothingness from whence it came. I am divine. Excuse me, say that please. I am divine. I am made in the image and likeness of greatness. See, whatever it is that you've been saying about yourself, flip it and affirm the truth of who you are. God bless you.
And I just want to say thank you so much, Reverend Henrietta Byrd. Amazing. If that brought up any stuff for y'all, I'm going to ask you to maybe come to those prayer chaplains at the end of service. They'll be here to maybe help discern that a little bit. So they'll be up here at the end of service, and it's just an invitation if that struck anybody and they're maybe swirling a little bit. Our band is back. Bruce Henry is back. Let's welcome them to this amazing stage. Here's Bruce Henry and the Peter Paulzar Quartet.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. A little shy, but sad of eye, and so very wise was he. But then one day, a magic day, he passed my way, and while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this I heard him say to me. He said, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved. in return. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. Say he wandered very far, over land and sea. A little shy, but sad of heart, and so very wise, so wise was he. Then one day, said a magic day, he passed my way, and while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, oh, I heard him say to me, the greatest thing we'll ever learn. You got to find a way to reach inside your heart and find a way just to give love and be loved in return. Put your hands together for Dave on the guitar back there. Dave on the drop. Hey, there was a boy, very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, over land and sea. Just a little shy, but sad of eye, and so very wise, wise was he. Then one day, said a magic day, he passed my way, and while we talked about many things, he told me all about the fools and the kings, but the most important thing I heard him say to me, the greatest thing we'll ever learn. You gotta give love and be loved. You give love and be loved in return. Yeah. Hey, to be loved, baby, to give love, darling. You got to give love. You got to give love. It's just to be loved in return. Come on, man. Hey, yeah, say. You got to give love in return. He said the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in
One more time for the band. And Bruce Henry. Y'all got to catch them outside. It's now time for us to give as we've received. Would all here and online join me in saying our gratitude affirmation, please? Divine love, richly flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And so it is.